Hello, hi, how are you? I am again in front of you to see some more details, some more articles of our chapter Ray Optics. In our last module, we have seen lot of things about ray optics, scattering of light, application of spectrum of light. Now here we are going to see a rainbow. Rainbow, all of you have seen in a rainy season, and a concentric arc in a sky. We can see in this manner. Just we stand opposite to that of sun. So in front of our eyes we can see the rainbow. So dear children, a rainbow is a spectrum. A rainbow is a spectrum of sunlight. Is a spectrum of sunlight. Is a spectrum of sunlight in nature. In nature, it occurs in the form of arc. It occurs in the form of arc. Arc क्या होता है सर? ऐसे ही arc. In the form of arc. In the sky. In the sky. When the sun shines, when the sun shines, when the sun shines on raindrops or on raindrops during or after a rain, during or after a shower. You can say like this. So this is the definition of rainbow. Just I am going to see the diagram of it. What are the essential conditions to observe rainbow? It is a spectrum. So the essential condition to see the rainbow is, what are the essential conditions? The essential condition for to observe rainbow, what is that? The observer must stand like this. I am standing in front of you. Sun is just behind me. I will stand like this. Then from my eyes, in front of me, I can see the rainbow. So observer must stand. Observer must stand with his back towards the sun. Towards the sun. It is clear? Now, we can see the two kinds of a rainbow. What is that, sir? Primary rainbow and secondary rainbow. What is that? बोलिए. First primary rainbow, second secondary rainbow. Let us see here. So primary rainbow and secondary rainbow we can see. We are going to draw a diagram here, and then I can explain how it makes. Suppose here is the observer. I is here. I am here. Now, suppose some droplets, one droplet is here. Sunlight is coming, falling on the droplet, enters like this, then it suffers refraction, then again suffers refraction, and we are getting the ray here like this. Similarly, another droplet here. Here, say like this. then the ray enters, again it suffers refraction, and say we are getting image like this. Then again here is a droplet, light enters in this manner, suffers refraction and enters like this. Similarly here, rays are coming like this, suffers refraction and we are getting like this. Now this is the surface. Here you can see the rays nearby us. What we are observing here? Here gives a violet color, red color, violet color. Here we are getting primary rainbow. I am explaining just now. Here is the secondary rainbow. Yeah. Here is the angle 41 degree. Here is the angle 43 degree. Here is the angle 51 degree. And here is the angle 54 degree. Now, what is that? See the diagram carefully. Then I am going to explain how it makes. First you see the inner of the two bows seen is the primary rainbow. This is primary rainbow. Here. It is brighter of the two and subtended the angle 42 degree. This is 41 and this is 43, mean of these two. So here we are having an angle 42 degree. At the eye of the observer. Here is the observer. Here is the observer. The observer gets an angle 42 degree here. It shows all the color of the solar spectrum with red color here. Red color on the outside making an angle 43 degree here. Here is the red color. And violet color making an 41 degree inside. Here is the inside and here is the outside. So the primary rainbow formed by the rays which undergoes one internal reflection and two reflection. Here is the internal reflection और दो जगह reflection हो रहा है. So in a primary rainbow, write down here, one internal reflection and two reflection. And two reflection is there. Then we are getting primary rainbow. One internal reflection and two reflection before emerging finally from the water droplets. इससे बाहर निकलने में एक बार यहाँ वाला रिफ्लेक्शन और एक बार यहाँ, ये कहलाता है इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. Then you see here the outer of the two bows is called secondary rainbow. What is going on here? In a secondary rainbow, this rainbow is not as bright as that of primary one. This is brighter. It is less brighter. Less brighter. It subtended an angle of about 53 degrees. This is the mean of these 51 and 54 at the eye of the observer. It also shows all the colors of the solar spectrum, but in the reverse order. You can see here it is violet and here it is the red. Red on the inner rays here makes an angle of red on the inner rays makes an angle of here 51 degree like this here, and violet on the outer rays here making an angle of 54 degree. Here is 51 degree and here is 54 degree. So secondary rainbow is formed by the rays which have undergone two internal reflection, दो बार, एक बार यहां और एक बार यहां, two internal reflection and two reflection here and here, two internal reflection and two reflection before emerging finally from the water droplets. This is called secondary rainbow. This is called secondary rainbow. Is that clear? Write down and draw this diagram. It is very easy to see easily in a sky. Now, dear children, we are going to start another article of this chapter, that is simple microscope. That is simple microscope. Just you think that what is that? Here children, I can say just this device. What is that? What is this? Here is a lens to see the small particles. Say, I want to see my hand. Hand lines like this. So when I am taking this in this manner, I can see easily. If I want to see here, say A, B, C like this, it is very small. And if I want to see from this in this manner, yeah, you see this. This is an activity you can do at your home. This device is a convex lens only. And this is called, sir, simple microscope. What is this? Simple microscope. Is that clear? So now, dear children, we are going to learn simple microscope. Simple microscope. Here. Now, what is that? Simple microscope, or it is also called magnifying glass, sir. To magnify the image, we can use this type of glass. So I can say, children, simple microscope or magnifying glass. Magnifying glass. It is used for observing. Magnified image of a small object. Magnified image of a tiny object. It is just a converging lens. It is just a converging lens of a small focal length. It is clear? Yes, sir. So what we are getting here, when we use this microscope or this lens, we are getting the image here, something like this. Suppose here it is the principal axis, here is our lens. Okay. Suppose this is our optical center. An object is kept it over here, say like this. A parallel ray are coming in this manner. It will go through the focus. Another ray which is going through the optical center, it will go like this. When we come back here, see that So we are getting here a virtual erect and magnified image A dash B dash of this small object AB. The object is between C and F. Here is the observer. I is here. It is clear? The ray is going from its focus. When it passes through the optical center, it will go straight. Draw this diagram. Suppose this object is, imagine it is here, say A1, B1, B dash. Now, this image makes an angle here. Say it is beta. And here the object, suppose it is here, so it makes an angle here. It is alpha. Here is the object, it is U. The image formed at the least distance of discrete vision, say V. The least distance of discrete vision is called D. That is around 25 centimeter. Now, draw this diagram. So virtual, straight कर दो ना, a virtual erect and magnified image of the object AB is formed at the least distance of discrete vision from the eye, held close to the lens. इसके पास में रखो, eye is nearby your lens. So a virtual erect and magnified image is formed. A virtual erect and magnified image is formed here. CB dash, you can see CB dash in D. This is the least distance of discrete vision for the normal eye. So what do we mean by a magnifying power of a simple microscope? Magnifying power of a simple microscope is, what is that? The magnifying power of a simple microscope is the ratio of the angle. It is the ratio of the angle subtended by the image, ये बीटा, subtended by the image and object alpha and object on the eye. Both are at the least distance of discrete vision. यहाँ पर हमने इसको यहाँ पर कंसिडर किया है. Both are at the least distance of discrete vision from the eye. So the angle A dash C B dash, A dash C B dash is beta. Similarly, angle A1 C B dash is equal to alpha. So according to the definition of magnifying power, M is equal to beta by alpha, AN. It is the angle subtended by image to that of object. If angles are small, so I can write tangent of beta divided by tangent of alpha. Say this. For small angles, I can write tangent of theta is nearly equal to theta. Now, in a triangle ABC, tangent of beta is equal to AB upon BC. In a triangle A1 B dash C, A1 B dash C. Tangent of alpha perpendicular upon base. A1 B dash divided by C B dash. Divided by C B dash. A1 B dash is equal to AB divided by C B dash. Write this. So M comes out to be tangent of beta AB by BC divided by AB by CB dash. So here we are getting only CB dash divided by CB. That is minus of V upon minus of U. So this is the magnifying power V by U. From length formula I know very well that is 1 by of V minus 1 by of U is equal to 1 by F. So this is the magnifying power of a simple microscope. We can see here. Multiplying both the side by V, this formula, what we are getting? Multiplying both the side by V, V by V minus V by U is equal to V by F. So 1 minus V by U is equal to V by F. Using this equation, M barabar V by U. So this is equal to 1 minus M is equal to V by F. See that it is any problem, then ask. 1 minus M is equal to V by F. So M comes out to be 1 minus V by F. But V is equal to minus D. So I can write M is equal to 1 plus D by F. V की जगह minus D रखिए. This is the expression for magnifying power of a simple microscope. Also, when F increases, if F increases, M decreases. That is, smaller the focal length of the lens, that is, smaller the focal length of the lens, greater is the magnifying power. Greater is the magnifying power. This microscope, such type of microscope is used for, who's that used? Where you have seen? Watchmakers, sir. This is used by watchmakers. This is used by watchmaker and jewelers. And jewelers. For having magnifying view of a small part of watch, or also we the science student or the physics student to see the small object, to do the experiment of microscope, we have to use this type of lens, that is called simple microscope. Is it clear? Now, so it's okay. Today's module we have to see some more case for simple microscope, then we go for compound microscope. Is it clear? Is it any doubt? Again I am telling, it's a very important magnifying power of a simple microscope when the object is held at the least distance of distinct vision. Okay.